Today, I want to share how EFT found me and why it might be exactly what you're looking for. So, when I first came to find EFT, I truly had no idea how it was going to impact my life. I really didn't. And I am so incredibly grateful that I followed the nudges. So, if I can impart any wisdom or suggestions, is for you to just listen to that intuition that you have and follow the nudges and trust that things are being put in your path for a reason. So, if you're feeling curious, whether it's about EFT or if it's about some different modality, go check it out. Take a class, have a session, see how it makes you feel. That is how my journey began. And it was at a time in my life when I was dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety, and I started having panic attacks, and I was looking for a holistic way of managing that. And I was first introduced to it in an online workshop and was invited to tap along in the group. And I just noticed that my body was feeling calmer. And I was kind of perplexed by the whole thing, if I'm being honest, because I didn't think that tapping on yourself, how could that possibly make you feel better? I was skeptical. So if you're out there being skeptical, know that that's okay. I was completely skeptical. And then I started doing it. And I was like, this is weird. It's making me feel calm. And that was enough for me to continue to take classes, ultimately have one-on-one sessions where I had some pretty amazing breakthroughs from the start. And I was just hooked. I wanted to learn more. I took EFT level 1 and 2, and directly after that went through the process of getting certified to become an EFT practitioner. And so if you are someone that is struggling with stress and anxiety, this is a practice that can help you with that. It meets you exactly where you are. And I needed something to meet me where I was because I was dealing with so much. And if you've ever felt like you've been spinning your wheels and, just really overwhelmed, hopefully you can relate to this and just looking for something to make you feel better. That's really how I came to find it, just following those nudges, which ultimately ended me up in this workshop. And my first one-on-one session, I focused on how I was dealing with a lot of physical pain in my jaw and in my neck, and this would really ramp up when my stress and anxiety levels were high. I think a lot of people, when you're stressed and anxious, you can feel that in your body, and for me that comes in a TMJ flare. And when I started tapping on this with the practitioner, and she was asking me a lot of really insightful questions, I basically went on this whole journey and realized that I had been holding on to a lot of anger and resentment, and that this was showing up in my jaw. And I never would have been able to connect the dots that appeared that day. And if you're interested in hearing the specifics of that story, I'm happy to share. Just put a comment here and I'll make a separate video on that. But that day, I went from, in that session, I went from having a pain level of about an 8 all the way down to a 2. And it made it abundantly clear to me that there was an emotional component to physical pain, and that my body was holding on to this emotional pain. And I found something that helped, and I still didn't really understand it. I didn't understand the science behind it, but I didn't really care at that point because I found something that helped. So if you've never tapped before and you're curious about it, I highly encourage you to give it a try and see if it's the thing that is going to move the needle for you, because you just never know. You really just never know. And I never would have guessed that it would have led me down this path that ultimately now I'm a certified EFT master, which means that I can train other people to become practitioners. So I'm incredibly grateful for the journey and all of the work and healing that I had to do to get to this point. And when I was in it, it was really hard. But now that I am where I am, I can have some real gratitude for that process. So, you know, tapping is not just about learning the points and where to tap and what to say. It is a tool to help you regulate your nervous system, for you to feel calm and at ease in your body. And that is truly a gift, and it's something that we all deserve, that we are all worthy of. And in this crazy world where so many of us are dealing with chronic stress and anxiety and maybe not even aware of it, it's just become the norm. Know that it can get better, and that you deserve to feel good in your body, and continue to follow those nudges until you find the thing that is going to help you. And if tapping is the thing that has kind of been knocking on your door, we should hop on a call and I can answer your questions about it, talk to you about the modality, as well as EFT level 1 and 2, which is for those people who want to deepen their practice and learn how to not only hold space for themselves and their emotions, and kind of peel back the layers to get to the root of why things are happening the way they are in your life. And then, it's also the first step if going towards certification is something that you're interested in. So if that is something that kind of sparks something within you, even if you're not sure why, even if it feels weird, take me up on my offer and book a call and let's chat. Let's see if it feels right for you. It's just a conversation. No hard sell. I am honestly just so passionate about this work and wanting to get it out into the world and help people feel better, because if I can get to a place where I'm not having panic attacks and I can share that with other people, then I'm going to do it. So I am here to support you on your journey, on your healing, and who knows, maybe a couple of years from now, you could be doing EFT trainings too, or hosting websites, or meeting with clients. You just never know where life is going to lead you. So, sending you all the love, and take care of yourself, and I'd love to chat with you. Take care.